twisted side, the wicked side, and delivered promise that you're making, the wanted side, the trusted side. Who can tell when the game begins?
Welcome.
Oh, yeah. It's Gas House Radio Live, the podcast,
That's right. This week in Gas House.
if you will.
Exactly. If you don't know Gas House Radio, it's an independent radio station, gashouseradio.com. Blends talk and music. Half of our music's independent, half of it's underplayed mainstream. Our goal is to promote the original music scene everywhere, not just in Philadelphia, but everywhere. And Gas House Live, that's like our main show. It's our flagship show. Weekdays, 5 to 7 p.m. Eastern Time. It's like a culmination of everything we try and do on Gas House. The show's very interactive with Twitter, at Gas House Radio, and our chat room, which is right on our player page. We have a band versus band thing we do every day on the show, where we match up two bands head-to-head, and we ask the audience opinion on every song that's played during the show. You give your opinion by using the thumbs up and thumbs down buttons that are on the player page, also on the Android app and the iPhone app for Guest House Radio. And we'll explain more of that. If you tune in, you'll understand the whole thing if you tune in to one of our live shows. But this podcast is just a summary of last week's shows, quick little summary, and a look at what we got going on next week. What you're hearing right now is last week's featured band of the week, Reverend T.J. McGlinchey.
The Rev.
The Rev, that's right. So
That was really nice, the way you knocked that out there.
you like it?
I did like it.
It's like we're professionals,
True.
sort of. It's Dustin and Krantz. We never even say that. I don't think even on the live show we've ever said our names, who we are. We should introduce ourselves. It's rude that we don't.
It is rude. But it's a tight-knit circle, you know?
That's true. It's family in the chat room. Sure is. Speaking of family, we just had Dorothy's birthday, who's a big supporter of the show, which we'll talk about that. We're going to go through the day-to-day of last week. We could start with Monday. Monday, we had New Music Monday, and we played about, rather than doing the band versus band segment that I was just talking about, we just introduced like 10 or 11 brand new bands. We went through them on last week's This Week in Gas House, the first episode of our new podcast here. This is the second episode we've done.
So if you didn't... do you think it's worth to go back? What do you think?
Uh-oh. This is not what I wanted to play. Shuffle. You son of a bitch. There we go. Now we'll just, you can go back to the other podcast if you want to listen to a little bit of each of those bands. Basically, we did that because we get a ton of submissions. And so we needed to clear out our email a little bit. We usually debut one or two, in addition to band versus band, one or two brand new bands for you guys to vote on. And if you guys like them, then we'll put them into the band versus band segment. And we got a couple good ones out of there. Pretty Dolce we'll be hearing a little bit later. We had a good response from them. Actually, one of the bands that we debuted, I should just pull that calendar over here. I can't read it from here. Carnival Kids, they're going to be in band versus band this week, and that's exactly what we wanted from New Music Monday. Find the good ones, get them in band versus band. Now, speaking of that, this is the Tuesday Challenger. This past Tuesday, because we had New Music Monday, and then this past Tuesday it was this band called Writing Off Tomorrow versus Amber Ladd. Amber Ladd was our returning champion from the previous week. So it was Amber Ladd versus Writing Off Tomorrow. This band, by the way, has been in the number 2 slot in our top 10 countdown on Gas House Radio, which is every single day at 3 p.m. They've been there
Who is this?
for the whole month. It's called Writing Off Tomorrow. Very good stuff.
WOT in the chat room.
That's right. But unfortunately, could not take out Amber Ladd. Amber Ladd's pretty serious. So Amber Ladd continued on to Wednesday. Before we get to Wednesday, I'll let you know that we also debuted on Tuesday. These guys right here, Dave Crespo's After Party. Dave Crespo's After Party. I believe you'll be hearing them in Band vs. Band shortly. Had a pretty good reaction. What else did we do?
Where are they from? Philly?
No, they're from Boston. They're actually friends with
Oh yeah. They're friends with Amber.
Yeah.
I do remember when we played these guys. Yes.
Yeah. Then let's see, who else did we debut? Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Obamaland.
This is really Obamaland?
Yeah. We only played a little bit of this. I don't think anybody was really feeling this one. A little silly, but...
Well, the music's not bad, but Obamaland's a silly name.
And it's all about how...
Sounds like an old racist white man.
Yeah, it's all about how Obama ruined our country and
Oh,
everything.
Jesus, I hate that. They did... I was just reading my favorite cheat sheet from the Daily... the Daily Beast, and it let me know that Obama said he himself has fired a gun and that he regularly shoots skeet at Camp David.
He's a skeet shooter.
Yeah, but that skeet's like the cum thing, you know? Skeet.
Gotcha.
He shoots skeet at Camp David. Okay. That's for Michelle to be worried about, I feel.
Maybe. All right, so then we move on to Wednesday, where we met a band called The Great Party, which you're hearing right now. So it was Amber Ladd versus The Great Party. Good stuff. We were also talking about how we've noticed that we have a ton of female-fronted musicians, like bands and artists and stuff.
More than the average Joe.
Yeah, they just flock to us. The women flock. But so this was Wednesday. Also on Wednesday, if you remember, we got heavy into the Manny Te'o.
Manti
Te'o, whatever the hell this guy's name is.
Did you see his interview with Katie Couric?
No, I didn't.
No. She asked him flat out if he was a guy, and he said, no, far. And he just way exaggerated. Like, Manti, you could have just said no.
Yeah.
I still think he's gay.
I heard something about that. He said, like, oh, triple no, super no.
Yeah, he
something really awkward, like,
way
okay.
overdone. Like, if you ask me if I'm gay, no, I'm not gay.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah,
that's it. No.
But we also talked about the online dating and meeting somebody in church, and that was a very interesting conversation. Had a lot of fun in the chat room with that one.
No, because we said that we would.
At our age, we probably would consider online dating if we had to. It's commonplace at this point. Yeah, it's commonplace at this point. Back like 10 years ago, it was a little bit weird.
Yeah.
And
10, even 5. I think 5 years ago was okay. 10 years ago, definitely not.
Yeah.
There was
because
we talked about the changeover in that, and it might just be us.
Yeah, and plus it's where else at our age are you gonna meet a girl? I mean, a bar is not really gonna work out. It could, but it's.
I don't want to seriously date a girl that hangs around the bars too much.
Right.
I don't think anybody does.
No, so it's hard to figure out if that girl just happens to be there or if she just hangs out at bars all the time, you know? And then we laughed about meeting somebody in church.
Because that's a move, too.
Yeah, but that's not worth it.
Yeah.
And what kind of girl are you going to get
I was actually thinking about it. This is the way you scoop a church girl up with one visit. You tell her you're the Reverend. I'm a traveling Reverend. The Reverend Jimmy Haas rolls into church, holy as shit. Ooh, that was almost bad. Pulls a chick, scoops her because he's the man. He got to drop a bomb sermon on him. And then you can just scoop a chick and leave and be like, I got another church to go to. She can go to her church and you can be like, yeah, I'm on the circuit.
Well, that might be a nice little one hit, you know.
No.
But we're talking about dating. I
can keep up that lie for a long time. As long as
that's a healthy relationship.
As long as she goes to church, I can still be preaching anywhere. That's not her church. I have to go to her church once in a while. And one day she'll try to come to church with me, and I'll say, no. It's embarrassing.
All right. Sounds good. Let's see here.
That's how I would do it. The Reverend Jimmy Haas would roll into the church. Purple suit.
So Amber Ladd took out the Great Party on Wednesday. Nobody can stop her, apparently. We also debuted Hazeland and Single Channel Stereo. This is Single Channel Stereo. Hear this for a minute.
I don't go out. Davey, what's the time? Coming quickly.
Here we go. So, Single Channel Stereo. This song's called Hoodlums. and we'll hear a little bit of Hazeland as well next. But Thursday, we didn't do a band versus band. 2 days this week.
We did an artist special.
Yeah, and I think that might be the end of our artist specials.
Yeah, unless there's a reason. Like, we had debated doing Nirvana. I think we can do a mini artist special on, like, a special Nirvana day for a reason.
Like the anniversary of his death.
Because we love Nirvana.
Or like 311 day, we could do a 311 special.
Sure.
Okay, I think that's right. Basically, and
because you know what?
This is Hazeland, by the way, who we debuted on Wednesday. Yeah, I hear what you're saying. Well, basically, the artist special, we have a poll up on Gas House Radio. Who do you want to special? Who do you want to hear the special on? And it's basically got to be a mainstream artist who has a huge catalog that's been like really influential in music. And we've done like Jack White in the past, and Smashing Pumpkins, and I can't even think of
Jack White.
Yeah, I said that one.
Soul Asylum, I think you did.
Oh yeah, we did do Soul Asylum, as if they were really huge influential, but whatever. This week
they kind of were.
So this week, the winner of the poll was Nirvana. So we did a Nirvana special.
That's nice.
And not a lot of people were feeling it, especially Dorothy. She left. She hates Nirvana. But, I mean, people just, I think, come to the show for new music, not for old music. So
I think yes.
So you're right.
I think that's a yes.
Yeah, you're right. I think that's the end.
Oh, well.
It was we
fun.
tried it.
And it's not totally dead. If there's a reason, we can bring it back.
You're right. But we won't schedule any more of them in.
Right.
It was also weird to have 2 days in 1 week of not having band versus band.
Yeah. I like our format.
But you know what did happen on Thursday? First of all, my son Gavin was in studio all day, which made it an extra difficult show to do. He's only like 19 months old.
Adds to the degree of difficulty.
Yeah, it was a difficult show to do. I mean, he was hanging out for a little bit, eating some soup, but after a while, I was getting a little antsy, so it's tough to do the show that way. It's rare that happens, but occasionally it will. But what did happen on Thursday was the birth of Dick Wimmer.
Dick Wim.
That's right.
I just posted a link to his Tumblr on our Facebook, so you can follow him.
Excellent. Dick Wimmer. Wimmer has been creeping around the chat room for about 2 weeks now.
Creeping? Yeah.
Courtesy of
Drew from Hiding Scarlet.
Drew from Hiding Scarlet. Poor guy, all he did was have a typo. He was trying to write Winner and accidentally hit 2 M's instead. And Wimmer became a normal thing in the chat room forever.
And then Dick Wimmer became a person.
Yeah, and then Dick Wimmer was born, and now there's a Dick Wimmer on Twitter and a Dick Wimmer Tumblr where you learn about famous dicks. So check them out. If you're a Tumblr...
Famous Dicks and Richards.
If you're a Tumblr person, there's a GasHouseRadio.com... Or no, I'm sorry, GasHouseRadio.tumblr.com, and now there's also a DickWimmer.tumblr.com. Find them.
You know Rob Levis has some Spanish fans?
I saw that on Twitter.
Yeah, what is this?
Valevis has a big show on Sunday.
Tomorrow. Well, today.
Oh, yeah, it's too late.
It's
By
too
the
late.
time you hear this, unless you hear it right away.
Yeah. Then,
But he's on Sundays 8 to 11.
Then you're probably not listening to Levis, you're listening to this.
True. So, yeah, Dick Wimmer, that was a big find.
He's on Tumblr.
Yeah.
It's probably for you. It's a Jones.
Let's see here. Let me pull up, in addition to Nirvana, we debuted Happy Thieves in Paradise, which you're hearing right now, and a band called Jack Slacks. Let's hear a little bit of Happy Thieves.
All right.
My father was a strong man with a wrong
I'm recording a podcast,
smooth.
Mom.
Yeah. That's nice.
Happy Thieves in Paradise and Jack Slacks, who we debuted in addition to the Nirvana special that we did. That was the last of the artist specials. So that was Thursday. Let me pull up Jack Slacks a little bit. This was the other band we debuted. Very rockabilly. Not rockabilly. I don't know what to call it. I don't know that term that this music is like
Americana,
sort of, but it's part of the Flathead Fever show.
It's Americana.
And so I forwarded this over to Dan. Flathead Fever, hosted by Dan, is Wednesday nights 8 to 10. And he plays rockabilly, psychobilly, but he also plays whatever this is. It's not quite Americana. There's a better word I'm thinking of.
Sounds like Bob Dylan to me or something like that. Americana.
It's like vintage. Johnny Cash, that vein. It's not. It's something. It's like
Johnny Cash.
It sounds like it should be Americana.
Johnny Cash is Americana too.
Is it?
It's that Sun Records kind of sound. I know what you're talking about.
Okay.
I know.
Well, this was Jack Slacks, and you might be hearing this on Flathead Fever Wednesday nights because I sent it right over to Dan. I thought it would fit his show. So then we got Friday.
I'm so used to be able to look up and see what's playing. It's weird. Like I can just go, oh. I don't know. Is there there might be another word for that we're not using.
I think so. All right. And here we have Pocket in Red. We went back on Friday to Band vs. Band, which 90% of our shows we have Band vs. Band.
More than that now.
Yeah. Amber Ladd, still killing it. As we said, beat the Great Party on Wednesday. Took off on Thursday. Friday, Amber Ladd versus Pocket in Red. Here's Pocket in Red a little bit.
Give myself away, every teardrop, every word could break me. Too much for me to pay. Now I feel I'm alright, I'm alright, on my feet again. Now I feel I'm alright, in my mind I'm free again.
So, Kronch, you weren't here for this one.
No, this is all new to me. I was working for the man.
That's right. Kronch wasn't here for the show on Friday. It was going to be Veracity Waves versus Amber Ladd, but I thought I had 3 of their songs, and I never got this other 2. I only have 1 track of theirs, so I couldn't do them. We need Band vs. Band is 3 rounds. I need 3 songs from each artist. So I last second contacted Pocket in Red, who I got an email from a while ago. They might be our first band from Belgium. They're a Belgian band. Very cool. They've only been together for like 3 or 4 months, and from what I read on their Facebook and Reverb Nation, is that they have a ridiculously intricate live show with video screens and all kinds of stuff that
It's kind of like Law.
Yeah, it's kind of like Muse. So I was really interested. Obviously, they're in Belgium. They could very well make it over to the U.S., but we'll keep an eye on them. Very cool band. Not able to take out Amber, though.
Was it close?
Yeah, it was very close. It was a difference of 1 vote for a little while there.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. But also on the show Friday, I had to explain the Brett name. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes. I know Brett.
The night before on the Stoner Jesus show, I was hanging out in the chat room, and Stoner Jesus had a big Save the Crabs benefit show for pubic crabs.
That was huge.
Yeah.
I was picturing a lot like the scene from Airheads.
Yeah.
I think that kind of thing was going on outside his studio.
Yeah, Madonna played, Motley Crue.
Uh-huh.
Poison, Bret Michaels came out, and that's what happened. Bret Michaels came out. Izzy, who's in our chat room often, darkest_skies on Twitter, she mentioned like something like Dustin wouldn't like this or something like that. And not thinking, I just said...
he loves Brett.
I said, of course I do. I actually changed my name for an entire year to Brett.
Which is pretty amazing.
In 5th grade, I convinced everybody I knew that my name was Brett for an entire year because I wanted to be like him. Well, I shouldn't have said that.
That's pretty great.
420 Watch in the chat room picked up on it and started laughing.
Because it is very funny.
I have yearbooks where everyone signed it, Brett.
Yeah, that's how we found out about it.
Yeah, that's right. So 420 Watch is live on Thursday nights with the Midnight Meltdown from midnight to 2 a.m. So then he started busting my balls nonstop. And he had a big crowd in the chat room as well. So it got to the point where I had to address it on Friday. So I explained it, where it came from and everything. And I'm sure that's not the end of it. I'm sure I will be referred to as Brett in the chat room from now on.
That's nice.
Yeah. But it was also Dorothy's birthday.
On Friday.
On Friday.
Was that the actual day of her birthday?
Yeah, and she was having a big event. And we were planning on going, but you never even made it to the show. Also because it was snowing like crazy
It was super slippery when I was driving home.
From like 3 to 9, and we were supposed to go over there at like 7. It was like right after this show. So we just never made it, and I felt terrible, but I just couldn't. And Kelly was going to be mad if I went out in there in that snow.
What if you died?
Did. Yeah, what if I died? But yeah, it was
when things get that dramatic.
It was bad. But anyway, happy birthday to Dorothy. So that was basically the week. Oh, that's not true. We debuted a couple bands also, of course. Like this one. This is called Whatever We Are. They're a punk band out of Pennsylvania. And then this one right here, who I believe will be singing in Band vs. Band shortly, called E-Mute.
The twisted side, the wicked side, and delivered promise that you're making. The wanted side, the trusted side. Who can tell when the game begins? A case of sins where no one believes. It's a case of give and take, and if you break, you destroy the take. The clock moves forward and life goes backwards. Same conclusions out past confusions. The older you get, the wiser.
So there you go. E-Mute. Clock moves forward. emutemusic.com. You're going to hear them on Band vs. Band shortly. Good stuff.
This week?
Not this week. This is what we'll do right now. We'll let's hear Amber. She is still the champion. She took out, Pocket in Red on Friday. So she'll be coming back on Monday. So let's hear a full track from Amber. It's a short track. It's only 2 minutes long. And then we'll come back and we'll tell you who we got coming up this week, what's happening with the Gas House Live, anything else that's happening with the station. And we'll also hear this week's coming up feature band of the week.
Sweet.
All right.
Turn it up.
I walk around the city with my headphones on, without the music on, without the music on. But in my head is playing such a crazy song, and this is song, and this is song. I walk around the city with my headphones on, without the music on, without the music on. But in my head is playing such a crazy song, and this is song, and this is song. I walk around the city with my on, without the music on, without the music on. But in my head is playing such a
crazy
song, and this is song, and this is song, song. I walk around the city with my music on, music on. But in my head is playing such a
crazy
song, and this is song, and this is song, song. I walk around the city with my music.
Amber Ladd, our current band versus band champion. And definitely like a different sound than anything else we've really had on the show. I think that's why she's doing so well. Because the difference with Amber too is that a lot of times when bands win this band versus band over and over and over again, it's because they bring a ton of their fans in and they vote. And I mean, that's the point. That's what you're supposed to do. Amber brought like a couple people, but she converted all of our regular listeners to fans pretty quickly, which is
her music.
Cool.
It's kind of like that weird Radiohead that I don't like, but it's not that weird.
Yeah, but there's like a lot more pop in it, or something that
something that makes it listenable as part of that. They're like, it just sounds like weird computer noises. That Radiohead, like
right?
The new Radiohead. I'm like, man, I want to like this, but I just can't listen to it.
It's a little too avant-garde. She has a little bit of that in there, but it's still like that song right there. It gets caught in my head. Like I sing it in my head later on. All right, so who's Amber going to be up against this week?
I don't know. Who? Who are these, Dust? Did you say who this is?
No, this is Tom Lark.
I like it.
We have 3 songs from his EP, and all of them are really good. This is going to be a tough one for Amber. I said that all week, but we set up some new rules with the band versus band. We don't just put any band in there. Our listeners have to decide that they like it first before it can go into band versus band. So that's why, starting in 2013, every one of these battles have been close and
the music,
good.
And we've had some bombers
last year.
Yeah, it was like, ugh.
Yeah, every once in a while a band would get through that shouldn't even be played, and it's not judging their music. I'm saying like
it is a little though.
It's it's
a
like,
lot of times, but the recording quality was just so bad.
Yeah,
sometimes
it's like you guys need.
There was a lot of different things. It wasn't just this music sucks.
Yeah, sometimes really young bands who it's like you know, keep working. You know, like there's something there, but it's not ready.
Head up. Oh, hold your head up. Oh.
All right,
you
so
just don't want to bash them, but sometimes it sucks.
Yeah,
it's a shame.
By the way, we just started, and this will be the first week it's implemented, but we just started with Reverb Nation a little bit heavier. We always had a Reverb Nation account, but when we started the station really about 2.5 years ago, it wasn't like it is now. There was only one way you could sign up to Reverb Nation, and it was as a band. And so we signed up as if we were a band, and it wasn't really working out.
Didn't work for us.
No, it was just I didn't really use it. But now that they have the option to sign up as a label or a venue, we signed up as a venue. I had to delete my account. And so if you were following us on Reverb Nation, please find us again. If you search Gas House, you'll find it. But anyway, so now I have every band that's going to be on our show, whether it's the band versus band, or if it's a debut, it's listed on our Reverb Nation page, which also will be on our Facebook page too. There's a app that connects them.
It's all pretty great, Dust.
Yeah, it is. So like Monday, we're going to be debuting the Cruise Controllers. Let me see here. Let me just look
Monday, it's Amber Ladd versus Pocket in Red. Oh, I'm sorry, that was Friday.
Yeah.
It's Amber Ladd and Tom Lark.
Yeah, we got the Cruise Controllers, Franz Arp, and Happy Daggers will be debuting. And then on Tuesday, whoever wins, it's not going to be Amber Ladd versus Carnival Kids. It might be. It's going to be Amber Ladd or Tom Lark. Whoever wins that one will be up against Carnival Kids.
From Poughkeepsie.
Who we learned about on the New Music Monday.
Oh.
See how that worked?
Ellen the Felon on Tuesday. Or no, this is all the same day, isn't it?
Yeah, no, that is Tuesday.
Ellen the Felon, and then Rocky Punch is Wednesday?
Rucky Punch.
Rucky Punch. Sorry, I saw the picture and I was thinking of Rocky and Bullwinkle.
Rucky Punch. I think that's a little racist towards Asians.
Rucky Punch. I don't get it.
Like Rucky, I think. No?
And the picture says cock out on it.
That should be interesting. I like it.
With your cock. It says with Yub cock out. Y-U-B. I don't know what that means.
Well, we'll find out more on Tuesday.
That'll be great. It'll be a great day.
Yeah. So that's what we're hearing right now is Carnival Kids. Then on Wednesday, I'll pull this up for a second.
Wednesday is Satire Saints, Denise Dial, and Sister Midnight.
Yep, whoever wins the Carnival Kids band versus band will be up against Satire Saints, who we debuted this past Tuesday. Denise Dow and Sister Midnight will be debuting, but this Satire Saints will be in the band versus band.
It's pretty great.
A lot of people liked him on the debut.
And I remember Thursday's guy. Thursday's challenger. We don't know who the other person is yet, but it's Jackson Vegas.
Yeah.
Why is that familiar?
Well, we debuted Jackson Vegas this week as well.
Oh, that's why.
Yeah. Let me,
Tell me why I should know this. And Thursday?
Hold on, let's hear a quick little segment of Jackson Vegas.
Throw some up there.
I don't think they're on Reverb Nation, which is rare. It's very rare that a band's not on Reverb Nation, but I have it in our email. So let me pull this up. Jackson Vegas. And I think that's like just one word there, Jackson Vegas.
All right.
So that'll be...
Yeah, it is. Jackson Vegas, all one word.
So that's what? Thursday.
Thursday, the Zen Drivers will be on, too.
Yes, they're a comedy band. Kind of like Testosterosa.
Oh, they're always nice.
Yeah, so we'll be debuting Zen Drivers. We'll probably be debuting somebody else. I just... I'm not sure who. I'm sure I got another debut in there somewhere. And then Friday... we'll be debuting Kill Casper, and we'll be debuting Magnificent Birds of Prey. The band vs. band challenger on Friday will be now I can't remember. Oh, Maxwell Jackson, that's right.
Max Jackson?
Maxwell Jackson. Here we go. Here's a little Maxwell. Uh-oh. There we go. Sorry about that.
I don't see Maxwell Jackson on our schedule here.
I know, I got to add him. It was the last second.
Okay.
It must be done by Sunday. She'll get back to me later than on Monday.
So that's a look at the music that we're going to be having this week on Gas House Live.
It's pretty great.
Yeah, I don't think we have anybody scheduled to be coming in studio or anything along those lines. But we do have Roger Delaney coming in a couple weeks, the 13th. February 13th, Roger Delaney will be in studio. Big supporter of the station.
And an all-around good guy.
That's right.
He makes us feel happy to do this sometimes.
Yep.
So if you like what you hear, tell us. We love it.
Yeah, that's nice. Twitter at Gas House Radio.
Or
Facebook.
email us.
Email.
Info at Gas House. Jim at Gas House Radio. Dustin at Gas House Radio.
Put a comment up on the gashouseradio.com.
Put a comment on our Facebook page.
Ask us a question on Tumblr.
Just tell us how great we are. We need that. We need that sometimes.
It's important.
Sometimes we don't want to do a show. And then
we read something. We're like, you know
what?
what?
Don't want to do a show. Just not as excited as other days.
And then we read some good comments. We're like, you know what? It's important to the people.
I actually print them out and keep them in my pocket for when I'm having a rough day.
That's good.
Uh-huh. It's like my own, what do they call those things? Like when you're having a bad day, you can pick it out of a thing.
Yeah, I don't know.
But mine are personalized.
Like an inspirational something.
Mm-hmm.
That's nice. Let's see here. So yes, the 13th, Roger Delaney. He will be in studio. And the 26th, Wooden Hez. February 26th, the band Wooden Hez will be in studio. We've got a couple of very, very cool events planned for later in March and April that we'll probably be announcing soon.
It's exciting.
It's not confirmed officially yet, but probably later this week. So tune in all week, 5 to 7 p.m. Follow us on all, those things we mentioned earlier. The one thing I didn't mention is that we do play a game every day on the show called Radio Roulette. By the way, were you here when we saw that Playboy Radio was stealing our hashtag Radio Roulette on Twitter?
Yeah, I found it. Yeah.
Bastards. Who do they think they are? Our Radio Roulette game is the real Radio Roulette game, and every day we play it. All you need to know is you pick a number in the chat room between 1 and 100. It's that simple. And we use our feature band of the week and a bunch of other bands to create this game. And basically you have a chance to win a whole bunch of merch from the bands that we work with. Right now, in the Radio Roulette prize is the Great Socio album, Free Tongues, the Roger Delaney album, Moment of Truth, a handful of pins from our friend Mike Z over at unsungphilly.com.
Shout out to Mike Z at Unsung Philly.
A Blue Food magnet. Blue Food coming to town March 23rd, I believe.
That's pretty nice.
At Dobbs in Philly, and they're from North Jersey. This is their first Philly show. Incredible funk band. In fact, I think we're putting together. I was talking about this on Friday. We need to get the Friday Night Funk show together by then.
We'll talk about this there, but I have 2 days off this week, Wednesday and Thursday. I'll come early. We can get some funk together.
We need to find some funk. Find us some funk.
We'll get that done. We'll get that definitely started this week.
Okay. Also in the chat, also in the Radio Roulette prize is a Drag t-shirt, which Drag is a punk band out of Birmingham, UK, sleazypunk.com. So it's you can win all that just for putting a number in the chat room. And we have a special game board built into our chat room that you click a number and you could win. That's all you got to do. It's fun, and you hear more new music.
Nice.
So I think that's it for us, right?
I think so.
Anything else? Any more shout-outs? Shout out
Dick Wimmer.
Yeah, shout out to Dick Wimmer on Twitter.
Today's famous Dick's going up right now.
Excellent.
Dick Smothers. Of the Smothers Brothers fame.
That's nice.
Dick Smothers.
It's a good dick.
Dick Sargent was yesterday. Today is Dick Smothers.
You got a whole lineup of nice dicks.
Dick Wimmer. He's the best.
All right, so we're going to get out of here with next week's feature band of the week. Oh, by the way, we messed up the feature band last week. It's not our fault. Wooden Hez was actually going to be our feature band this prior week, but their show got canceled because the venue closed down, which is crazy.
Which is what we're going to shout out that or no?
No, it happened, so we had to switch up the feature band of the week because there was no show to promote, which is cool because we've been meaning to feature Reverend TJ for a while now. He's a pretty big name in Philly, and we play him regularly on the station, and he never got a feature, so it actually worked out perfectly. Wooden Hez has a show coming up a little bit later where we'll feature him.
Nice.
Yes. So that'll do it for us. Thank you. Please spread the word about Gas House Radio, and tune in. We'll be live Monday, 5 to 7, as well as
every day this week.
Yep, Monday through Friday. All right, let's go out with this week's featured band, Minshara. They have a big show in Harrisburg coming up, I believe on Friday. So check these guys out. They're another Philly band, and we'll see you on Monday.
Goodbye.
Gas House Radio. Gas House Radio. Featured band of the week.
Too long now, let everything wrong now.
Shake the crime stick! Shake the crime stick! Shake the crime stick!